Hi, welcome back to Reading with Manny. Today I am going to be finally doing my... Where is it? Here. We're going to be doing my book bracket. So now that I'm finally back from my holidays, from the beach, I am going to be doing this. I have not really looked at each month, so I haven't really decided what's going to go for each month. As you can see, I didn't put them in order, the months, I just mixed them all up randomly. I predict this is going to be very difficult and that I'm going to have like an existential crisis doing this, so yeah, let's get to it. So for January, I'm just gonna look at the books here. These are definitely not contenders. The Poet X, definitely a contender, I really loved that. Plus it was something different that I read in the year, because it's like poetry, so like a story told through poetry, so that's a good contender. And then also in January I read A Beautifully Foolish Endeavor, which is the sequel to An Absolutely Remarkable Thing by Hank Green, which again I really loved, and The Buried Giant by Kazuo Ishiguro, which I also really loved. I think I'm going to choose the Poet X because it was something different and that made me feel very emotional, and also I flew through it, I read it in like a day, so that's what I'm going to write here. Let's go to February. Okay, that's going to be tough because in February I only reread the whole Middle-earth books, all of them. So I started with the Silmarillion, then I moved on to the Hobbit, and then through February and March I finished reading The Lord of the Rings. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm going to choose for February the Silmarillion, and then for March just the whole Lord of the Rings as a book, because you know it is meant to be just one book. So for February we have the Silmarillion, and where's March? Here I'm just going to put the Lord of the Rings. All right, that's not bad. April over here, that's gonna be tough as well, I think. In April I read I Hate Motorbikes. Have I ever mentioned that? Anyway, in April I reread Days Without End by Sebastian Barry because I had the sequel, companion, whatever, A Thousand Moons. Then I also read The Midnight Library and The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue, and I also read The Way of All Flesh by Ambrose Parry, which is... Oh, and I also read The Art of Dying. Okay, I'm not gonna say that these two books, which are part of a series, were my favorites of the month, although I really, really liked them. So it must be between these four. This is a reread, so I'm not going to count it. I had no choice with Lord of the Rings and everything because I hadn't read anything else that month, but yeah. I think I'm gonna go with A Thousand Moons. It was a beautiful book, and also like combined with Days Without End, which I also reread, was just an amazing experience. So yeah, I'm gonna go with that, A Thousand Moons, which I'm going to write right here. Should I write it in this? Yeah. A Thousand Moons. Right, back to the correct side. I really hope that this is still in focus. Yeah, I guess it is. Okay, what's next? May. Okay, so in May I read, oh my god, I read The Binding. I don't know how I'm going to choose between these two books. That's gonna be interesting. Okay, I really loved The Binding. It was amazing, but The Anthropocene Reviewed, oh my god, it's just such an amazing book, and it keeps like resonating with me. I guess I'm gonna go with The Anthropocene Reviewed. So let's go to June, which is here. Have no idea what I'm writing. Thank God. Okay, the Anthropocene reviewed. Then July was also an interesting month. Did I write it in June? I'm an idiot. I had to write it in May. Okay, I'll just change the things here later. I'm just gonna, it doesn't matter really. So June, my God. Each of Us a Desert was not one of my favorites. The Children Act was really good by Ian McEwan, but it's always good. But yeah, I guess I'm gonna go with They Both Die at the End, which I gave 5 stars and was amazing. Which, as it says here, I read in 5 hours and it was brilliant. So that's what I'm gonna go with. They Both Die at the End. I'm gonna put it in May and then I'll just change that up. They Both Die at the End. Okay, July. I don't know how I'm gonna choose in July. Okay, so in July I read The Starless Sea by Erin Morgenstern. I also read The Kingdoms by Natasha Pulley, which was like one of my most anticipated books of the whole year. And then I also read Bridget Collins' other book, The Betrayals, which I liked, but I didn't give 5 stars. I don't remember why now, but yeah. So between The Starless Sea and The Kingdoms, how do I choose this? How? This is gonna give me... Oh, I don't know what to do. Okay, I'm gonna go with The Kingdoms just because it's Natasha Pulley and I love her and it was an amazing book. So The Kingdoms for July. I don't know if you can see what I'm doing, but I'm writing The Kingdoms. August. I think I read some pretty good books in August as well. Okay, so we have Station 11, amazing. Piranesi, amazing. Corruption of Blood, 3rd installment in this series, which was also really good. I also read The Glass Hotel, which is the companion to Station 11. And I read If We Were Villains, which is a reread, so it shouldn't count, although it truly is one of my all-time favorites. But I'm not gonna count it. I'm not. Okay. I'm not gonna count The Glass Hotel either because it is a companion and I think I like Station 11 better. And again, I'm not gonna count the Ambrose Parry books. So between Station 11 and Piranesi, I think I'm gonna go with Piranesi, only because it's such a different type of book, I think. And it blew my mind, so yeah, Piranesi for August. Where is it? Here, Piranesi. Okay, September. Okay, so I read The Night Circus, which I loved. Ooh, These Violent Delights. I don't think I have to keep looking. I really loved this book, and I haven't seen many people talking about it, so... And it completely traumatized me. I'm still thinking about it, so... Yes. Ninth House was good, but not one of my favorites. The Goldfinch was just amazing, but yeah, no, and well then, we're not looking at this, because I really hated them. I really hated the maidens. Yeah. Okay, so These Violent Delights for September then. These Violent Delights, October. Oh, I don't know how I'm gonna choose in October. I read Normal People, which I liked. Oh yeah, I know how. I mean, it would be between The House in the Cerulean Sea by T.J. Klune and This Is How You Lose a Time War. Oh god. I really loved this book. It just, it was amazing, but I think I have to go with The House in the Cerulean Sea because it truly was a beautiful, beautiful read. So yeah, The House in the Cerulean Sea for October. Okay, November. Ooh, again, November was a pretty good month. I don't know how I'm gonna choose. Oh, I also had Daisy Jones and the Six in October. Okay, yeah, but definitely House in the Cerulean Sea wins between those, although I really, really love Daisy Jones and the Six. Okay, between Jonathan Strange and Mr. Norrell by Susanna Clarke, this was amazing. The Shape of Darkness was also really good. totally had me. Last House on Needless Street was just an incredible book. Also really different. It, again, took me completely by surprise. I did not see anything coming. And I also read Malibu Rising, which I really liked, but I don't think it compares. No, I think I'm gonna go with The Last House on Needless Street. Just because, again, it's something different and that I was not expecting. So, The Last House on Needless Street for November. Man, these long titles. Okay. And then finally for December, I read Summer Sons. I liked it. It was pretty good. I also read The Thursday Murder Club and The Man Who Died Twice by Richard Osman. Those were really good mysteries and super funny. Oh, but then I read The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo, and out of the 3 Taylor Jenkins Reid's books that I read, I think that this one is my favorite. I also read The Devil in Dark Water and Far from the Light of Heaven, which I didn't really like that much. This one I really loved. But yes, I think I'll have to go with The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. I know it's a really hyped up book, but it is good. I can see where the hype came from. So The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. Okay, that's great. Okay, let me just check that you can still see what I'm doing. There we go. So I don't know how I'm gonna do this. Okay, so between Poet X, These Violent Delights, and The Silmarillion for the first bracket, I think I have to go with These Violent Delights. Yeah. Okay, second bracket. Oh my god, The Lord of the Rings, Piranesi, and The House on... Oh my god, I can't read. The House in the Cerulean Sea. I don't know how to choose between Piranesi and The House. I mean, The Lord of the Rings is a classic and it's one of my all-time favorites, so it's not gonna be the best of 2021, so it was obvious, but... So between these two, I think I have to go with The House in the Cerulean Sea, I guess. I don't know why I'm writing like all over the place. Oh my god, this is bad. What on earth am I writing? Okay, I think I'm gonna have to cover this later. Yeah, maybe what I'll do is print the covers for these big ones. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. So these are just placeholders. Okay, third bracket. The Anthropocene Reviewed, A Thousand Moons, and The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. Oh, I think I know where this is going. Okay, I think I have to go with The Anthropocene Reviewed, because again, it's a book that really, I don't know, impacted me, like, affected me. I don't even know what the word is, so. The Anthropocene Reviewed goes here, and then They Both Die at the End, The Last House on Needless Street, and The Kingdoms. I think I have to go with The Kingdoms. Again, I cannot write. I'm a teacher and I can't write. Okay. These Violent Delights and The House in the Cerulean Sea, I think... Yeah, I definitely think it has to be The House in the Cerulean Sea. Yeah, this book made me really happy. I mean, this book is fantastic. I'm not sure I enjoyed reading it because it's so dark and so traumatizing. Completely different reading experiences. It's very unfair to pit them against each other, I guess. But yeah, I have to go with The House in the Cerulean Sea. These definitely need... This is where I made a mistake last time. I had actually 2 books again instead of 1. Anyway, and between The Anthropocene Reviewed and The Kingdoms, I don't... Okay, I think I have to go with The Kingdoms. I really love this book. I mean, this book was just, again, I think the bracket is great to determine like your overall favorites, but then to pit them against each other is just so unfair, because they're completely different books, like type of books. Anyway, what is my cat doing? Are you scratching the sofa again? Oh, I wish I could show you what she's doing and the way she's looking at me, but I'm not taking the phone out of my tripod, so yeah. Stop it. Okay, so the kingdoms. Again, I cannot write. Okay, so between the house in the Cerulean Sea and the kingdoms. I wish you could see my face right now. I think it has to be the kingdoms. It was just, I remember the feeling of wanting to restart it immediately because it was so good. So yeah, Natasha Pulley reigns supreme in this household. Okay, I chose my favorite books. All right, so what I'm going to do now is print the covers just to cover how awfully I wrote everywhere. And I'll be right back with a finished spread, I guess. Okay, I really like the way that the spread ended up being. So that's it for this video. Leave a like if you enjoyed watching me choose my favorites of the year and having a meltdown in the process. Let me know in the comments if you have read any of these books and if any of them made your favorites list as well. I really recommend all of them if you haven't read them. Subscribe for more bookish content. I'll see you in my next one. Bye. Happy reading.